All right, morning guys, and welcome to our latest video update here from Game Theory. As I got a lot of very exciting stuff to share with everybody in the community. Today is actually the 2 week anniversary of our farms launching, so feels like it's gone by extremely quickly, and a ton has happened at the same time. So we're excited to kind of give an overview of where we're at. So first off, just going through some of the statistics. So if we head over to the website. On the homepage, we can see where we are. Load for us. So total value locked of the project. If the website's going to load, there we go. 450,198. So we were at 20,000 a couple weeks ago. So I've seen a lot of growth since then. I've head over to the token. So for game, we're sitting at 180,000 in liquidity, price of $1.41, and we've had $26,000 of volume in the last 24 hours. And if we go over to Theory, sitting at $30.66, $120,000 in liquidity, and we have had $48,000 of volume in the last 24 hours. In terms of our treasury funds, so we're sitting at $41,500 across the two treasuries. So we've now been deploying those funds as we're going to go into that in a little bit more detail to get some marketing campaigns going for us and to bring on board a new staff member. In terms of our NFTs, we've minted 40 of our Generation 1 bronze NFTs so far that they've been minted. And so we have 260 of those left, and we expect the sales rate to start really increasing as our marketing campaigns kick in. In our social media channels, we have 962 members in our Discord, and we have 154 members in our Twitter account. So that's slowly increasing every day. We're getting more and more followers. And then if we look at the total value locked list of the seniorage protocols, if we head over to DeFi Llama, we can see the top 20, well, 21 actually, when you include Tomb, because it doesn't have a ranking because it's separated as it's the OG. So if you head down, so based on our current TVL, that would put us at, we'd be at the 20th spot there, still in between Piggy Finance and Kitty Finance as well. So Piggy would be the next one. Nacho just breaking over the $1 million mark. And then to get into the top 10, that would be a TVL of over 4 million. To get into the top 5, that would be a TVL of like over 5.14 million. And then as you can see, like in the top 1 or 2, that's where we're getting over the $100 million mark too. So those are all great benchmarks for us to aim towards as we grow in the future and as we continue along our journey towards being one of the top protocols in DeFi. In terms of updates, guys, so a lot happened over the last couple of days. The first, from a development perspective, so sprint number 2 that Sweetie is working on has been finished. The latest part of that was finishing all of the grappling for the characters in the gameplay as well. So that means the grappling, the hooking, and the sprinting has all been completed this week. We also are in talks with bringing on board another developer to help us with the game side of things. So another game-specific developer who, again, is going to allow us to accelerate the amount that's getting done every single day, every single week, which means that the release time for our game is just going to get shorter and shorter as the development team gets bigger. We are also working now on our governance token. So that's like one of the next protocol items that's going to be developed. The governance token is going to be able to give people an ability to vote on protocol issues and really give them a share and a say in the running of how things are going as well. All of the mechanics we're going to be explaining in a lot more detail closer to the time of its release. And then on the development note, we actually have brought on board our first expansion to the development team, and so that is Chan. So you saw either on the Discord or on the Twitter, you'd have seen him announce. He's someone who's got a tremendous amount of experience in the DeFi space, someone who's actually worked on another seniorage protocol before, so has specific experience working on a protocol that's very similar to ours as well. Has a great skill set. He really blew us away in the interview stage too. Like compared to all the other candidates, he actually took the extra step to go and do a shadow example of what he would build for us, which was above and beyond what any of the other candidates did. So we're really excited to work with him, to welcome him on board to the community, and to really help us on our goals to develop all the features and all the services that we want to have in the protocol. So that is Chan. He's our new developer on the team. So if you see him around on the Discord, say hi and make him feel welcome. As well as that, we are in advanced talks of our first partnership. So can't go into a lot of the details about that now, but just know that we're working really hard in the background to have partnerships with other protocols where they'll be mutually beneficial and which will provide more exposure for game theory, more resources for us, and help us on our journey to grow and expand. We also have 2 different AMAs scheduled for next week. One of them is going to be a text AMA, and the exact time and date of that is going to be confirmed. One of them is going to be a video AMA with Sweetie, myself, and Dowking. He is a social media influencer who's a specialist in the seniorage protocol space and also worked with a lot of protocols that were forked from Olympus DAO. And so he's someone who has had lots of positive effects on different protocols and just a great way for us to get exposure to people that don't currently know about us. Right now, our unique holders sitting anywhere between 150 to 200 people who are holders of game and theory in our tokens. And so he's someone who's got an audience in the thousands of people. So just give us a great opportunity to get more exposure, get more people knowing about game theory. And that's just one of a number of things that we've got going on. We also have started a Google Ads campaign, and so for our own YouTube channel, where all these videos are put up on as well, we're quite unique among projects in having a video series, especially one that has someone in person who you can actually see. The vast majority of crypto projects aren't doing that, and so that's a real advantage that we have. And so we want to drive more traffic to that video, get more exposure, all the links to all the website, everything in the website, the documents are all on there too. So we're driving traffic towards that with our Google ad campaign. We also have just launched a social media marketing campaign as well. So we've brought on board a team of crypto experts when it comes to marketing. And so they're going to be helping us with that campaign too. So hopefully everyone in the community over the next 3 to 4 days is going to be able to see the results of that in terms of increase in members, in terms of increase of users of the protocol and the platform. We also have our first official shareholders meeting that's happening tomorrow. So that's going to be between the core team members and some of our larger shareholders, where it kind of just doing an overview of exactly where the protocol is at, steps that we're going to be taking to moving forward as well, a governance system for how everything's going to be running properly too. So as the team continues to expand and continues to grow, as the protocol continues to get better, we just want to make sure that all of our systems and processes are all in line, are all in place too. So something we're very excited about, and we'll let you know any of any of the notes or decisions that comes from that. As well as that, we have, like we've been talking about, we have our visual person who's been working on different assets for us, and one of the first versions of that has come out, which is a logo design for us. Cool. So we're not 100% sure this is going to be the final draft, but if not, something very close to this. And so we think it's got a very cool color scheme and has a very cool logo. And we're excited. This will be the things that will be added to all of the different infographics we're going to be coming out, different visuals we're going to have out there anytime we announce a partnership or where the tokens come up too. So yeah, this is a great first draft of what our new logo is going to look like. So you guys can see there too. For you guys who were on the last update video, you also got to see an example of what the website redevelopment is going to look like too. So in a couple of weeks, when anyone comes into the protocol, they're going to see a very different logo, a very different looking website, which is going to look awesome. And it's just a great thing for people to see when they come into the protocol, just to have that great feel, that great look to it as well. And yeah, so those are updates there, guys. Just a couple of questions just to finish off with too. One of the questions was about the percentage of L theory week to week. So now that we're heading on into week 3. So every week, the emissions of theory are split between L theory and theory. In week 1, 95% of all the emissions were in L theory, 5% were in theory. In week 2, 93% of the emissions are in L theory, then 7% are in theory. In week 3, 91% are L theory, 9% are theory. So every week that ratio shifts by 2%. So 2% less L theory, 2% more theory tokens. And so by the end of the year, it will be 100% will be in theory, and then there'll be no L theory that will be being emitted. The way that works when it comes to actually claiming in the liquidity pools is that it only locks into whatever that percentage is of theory to L theory if you claim. So if, for example, you just staked in the liquidity pool and you didn't claim any theory tokens for the entire year, then when you did claim at the end of the year, it would all be theory and none of it would be L theory. So that ratio depends on what is the ratio of that week and then when you claim. So it only locks in once you hit that claim button. and then depositing anything into the liquidity pool. So if you make more liquidity pool tokens and then you deposit it, it will automatically claim your Theory tokens too. So keep that in mind, is that if you do want to wait for a longer period until more of your emissions are in Theory versus L Theory, if you deposit more into liquidity pool, it will claim that for you automatically. So just keep that in mind, understand like how those mechanics work. Cool. And so that's everything that we got for you guys today. Again, really, really exciting time. So we have our new developer on board, which is Chan, which is going to help us to accelerate everything. First thing that he's going to be working on is the NFT marketplace. We have a tentative date for release for that for the 28th of April, but hoping to get that out sooner. We've now launched a new social media marketing campaign that we're very excited about. That's hopefully going to bring a lot more users to the platform. We've got a new logo design. We've got our new website being redesigned. We've got our shareholders meeting. We've got a ton of stuff that we're working on behind the scenes, all to bring value to you guys as shareholders. So thanks for tuning in there, guys, and we'll speak to you soon.